The future. The future. The future is coming. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Captain's Log. Future Adrian Kiwis is present on spaceship Earth, traveling through space, this universe. I've come back from the future to help fight it because the future is coming. We're into this space exploration and it is picking up more and more. 80s was huge for space exploration, even before that. But then, the popularity, 90s and the hit in the beginning of the new, in the 2000s, it kind of died off. And, NASA kind of halted its production and advancement. But with SpaceX and many other things contributing to it, we've been going full force. Space Force, also the government putting into place Space Force, which, as much as it is a joke to some people, it is very important and real. But here's the interesting thing: is we're going into space. We're looking to colonize on Mars and other planets and be in space longer. But we're going to need to change our genetic makeup. We're going to need to change our genetic makeup for us to survive in space longer and survive on other planets longer. Right now, we are not able to do that. We are like fishes that are in the water, and we cannot get onto land. We cannot stay in the air, none of that. And just as evolution happened and how some fishes turned into alligators and crocodiles and other amphibians that are able to go in the water and on land, we're going to have to do the same. We're going to have to evolve our genetic makeup to improve our ability to go further and deeper into space and be able to go on all these planets and experience and explore. Right now our bones are, our body is not meant for space. We're only able to go out just a little bit and then come back. Just as like us deep sea diving, we're only able to go so far down and then we need to come back. Even just with the submarine or anything, we can only go so far down, with the submarine, but we got to come back. So for us to proceed and go forward and get further in space exploration, we're going to have to change, a little bit of our genetic makeup. And maybe, we will evolve as need be. But I think also too, there will be a lot of, tests and studies and, ways to change our genetic makeup, especially for these astronauts that are going out there. Because right now these astronauts are going out and they come back and they just have to decompress because, they've been in these gravity-less spaceships in space and all that. So we're in our, just being out there for so long, our bodies can only take it. Just like in the ocean, we can only go under for so long before we have to come back, and then our bodies have to adjust to it, to how our bodies naturally are meant to be, like on land. And this might take, another 100 years, 1,000 years for us as humans to be able to live out in space and be able to go further and deeper into space. Maybe we might not get there, but that is what we will need to do. We will need to change our bodies for that. And that's something that if we're really going to proceed, and if we get to that point that we need as a society and as Earth to go out further, whether we need to escape our planet, a lot of that has to go with starting, you know, with our newborns and producing babies that will be able to withstand that. And that's how the evolution works, is, you know, slowly starting that way. And as we sort of implement some of these genetics into these babies and they grow up, and it sort of passes on to the next and the next, and we keep doing this, soon, and that might take hundreds of years to get to that point where our bodies can sustain space or other planets being, you know, just, or living in space. That is what we have to do. We have to change our genetic makeup to go further in space, to go deeper in space. And it might be that hard thing where we select children to start building this up, building their genetics, you know, implementing certain things so that they are able to go farther and farther into space. And that's going to take a while, hundreds of years. But that's what we have to do. Because as humans that we are now, we are not able to, we're only able to go so far. Just as we are only go so far in the ocean. And we gotta come back. That's the plan. That's how we're gonna survive. Signing off. This is future Adrian Kiwis. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. What you think we need as human genetics to go further and further into space. Subscribe, like, share, comment, guys. More to come. We have to fight the future. Let's fight it together.